Hello, Stoneybrook at Gateway. Welcome to Stoneybrook Market Value Update. Thank you. You've obviously received my newsletter, so that's great. And I'm going to go ahead and get started here with the video. My clients love when I do these market analysis this way, and so I thought I would pass this on in this update. So I hope you enjoy it. First, I'm going to start with market inventory and Gateway, and then talk a little bit about Fort Myers as a whole. But the most important thing that I want to impress upon you is about pricing strategy. So many houses are being put on the market right now based on the last three comps. And that is such an old school way to value your property. Right now in this market, that is not the way to go. You are leaving money on the table, and I'm seeing it every single day. So, right now, I don't know if any of you gone out to buy a new car, a resale car. If it happens to be a convertible, you're paying about $40,000 more for that car than you would have 3 months or 3 years ago. It's ridiculous. So there's no reason why we can't take advantage of the shortage that we're having in the housing market. We literally have hundreds and hundreds of people looking for homes in our market. And right now, that strategy isn't working for us to preserve our value. So, in the future, when the market starts to stabilize, as more and more homes go on the market and the pricing starts to stabilize, then we can go back to that more, kind of normal market. But right now, leaving money on the table. Okay, so I'm going to get started here. So please stay tuned to the end so that I'm going to show you some specific examples of how this is happening. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's just say, for instance, if you have a single family home in Gateway today and you want to sell yours, you're competing with 9 other people. That's it. So let's say if we have a single family home with a pool, you've got 3 other people that are selling right now. Least expensive is in Pinecrest for a 2,300 square foot house. 6 days on the market at $655,000. This house has a 3-car garage, tile roof. Okay. And if you want to look at non-pool homes, the least expensive home on the market is in Stoneybrook. It's listed at $505,000. This one up here is a villa. It's not the same thing, but 2,900 square feet in Stoneybrook will get you a $505,000 purchase price. So one of the things about this pricing strategy is that we don't want to just look in our own community or in Gateway as a whole. Some people just want to move to Florida in general. So let's say, for instance, somebody here wanted to move to Fort Myers, right? And we can all agree that the farther south we go, the more expensive it gets. So we'll just stick to Fort Myers here. And we want to be in a gated community, okay? And we do not want a pool. So we have 47 listings on the market. So, and they start right here, Hawks Preserve. This is in East Fort Myers over by Buckingham. This is kind of by Veranda, or even what's the school called over there? The high school. I can't remember. Riverdale. So 2,136 square feet, $405,000. Again, this is not really a comp for us because the location is kind of out there east. So then, we're getting into the Tree Line Corridor at 425, and then Linsford, which is Colonial and Veronica Schumacher. Again, not the same kind of neighborhood, 439. And then you can see as we start to get down here into Stoneybrook, we're looking at 505,000 for your entry level into the Gateway market. Okay. And let's say you guys have a pool home. Let's take a look at what's in there. And this is all of Fort Myers in HOA. So again, no inventory to speak of. So here again, so Colonial and Pelican Preserve and Veranda, these 3 communities have really, really high HOA fees. So sometimes the price of the home is a little bit less to absorb some of the cost of the high HOA. So there's a home in Parker Lakes for $449 with a pool. And then we go up to $625, $699. 725 in Plantation. So you can see the first, the next property up, 799, and that is for a home in Hampton Greens in Gateway. Okay, So again, a new roof, new AC, full renovation, whether you have a lake view, the age of your home. There's all of these different things. So this is just kind of an overall market review for you. But basically, in this pricing structure, what we like to do is try to find the entry point of what your home has to offer and then start there. We don't just go back to the last three comps and just put your house on the market at that price. You're leaving money on the table. Now, and this strategy works very well when your home is marketed and you've taken time to make sure that your house is clean and put together very well. And I'm going to go over that with you now. So before I do, I wanted to just kind of showcase one of my listings here. This home is on Jewel Stone. So, every property has a story. So, this particular house, my clients are moving back to Virginia. We listed this at 514. We had a bidding war. I have no inspection, no appraisal contingencies on this property. And obviously, we staged it. We stage all of our listings for free. And actually, if I go here to here we go. You can kind of see the before and afters. These are kind of fun. I think it's this one here. So just some before and after pictures just to give you an idea of what it is that our staging does. We used all of their furniture, just changed out the decor, helped them, declutter, depersonalize the house so that the home actually looks like a showroom when you walk into it. And what that does is it gives, a flurry of interest. We end up getting top dollar. In this particular case, these people waived the appraisal contingency as well as the inspection. They didn't ask for anything. So people ask me all the time, why do I stage for free? And the reason is because we get more money. I get more listings. I have no problems with inspections because people don't ask for anything because I have backup offers. And we just have a more seamless transaction with very, very motivated buyers. So stay tuned now for pricing strategy and more information about that. So one of the things about our market right now is that there is no inventory. So whatever type of home you have, you want to kind of go outside your community and look in Fort Myers as a whole. And that's kind of how I price, that's how I price out my listings. And I'm going to give you some examples of that right now. So I'm going to start with this first example. And this is in my own community where I live. So you'll notice that there's 4 listings here with the same floor plan. Okay. They were all sold within 5 months of each other. And the 2 top sold at $450 and $479. The bottom 2 sold for $680 and $725. And it is my opinion that these 2 homes that sold for much less money were sold based on previous comps that were sold in the market rather than the lack of supply that's driving up the pricing. So when I listed both of these homes, I looked to see where somebody could enter in this price point for this big 5-bedroom house with a 3-car garage and a swimming pool. And that number was at $675. We got $680 for this one for $699, and we ended up getting $725. Okay, so that's just one example. On this specific one here, this is another example in another community that I sell in, and it's called Marina Bay. And this particular home we listed for $599. Okay, this is a Lennox model. It sold for $626, so it's $27,000 over list price. Sold in April, in July. And you can tell that we worked with the sellers and we staged their home to make it look like they walked into a builder model, changed the color scheme in the house, used a lot of their own furniture, but really staged the home to make it appeal to the masses. Okay. So what's interesting about this particular property is that just 5 months earlier, this house right here sold for $467. So mine sold for $626. This one sold for $467. This one took 151 days to sell. It's the same floor plan, same community, same side of the street, same everything. And this house just looked a little bit differently. So nothing wrong specifically with this listing. It's just it had very unique, a unique feel and unique design. And people, people walked in and it may not have appealed to them. So what we try to do with our free staging is appeal to the masses, make the home very marketable so that everybody will love it. Okay. Now, a lot of agents will tell you that staging does not matter in our market, but I have 3 listings in here that sold, and the rest are not mine, and you'll notice that every single listing sold for less than list price. You can see all of these listings took a long time to sell, whereas mine, 3 days, 2 days, and 21 days over the holiday. And the reason for that is because of obviously, we put together a really beautiful package, great marketing, video, drone footage, all of that, so that our clients, it brings the most discerning buyer into your home. So this listing sold at $444. It was listed. It sold for $439. Again, $475 to $467, $511 to $508, and so on. And you'll note that our listing, $599, sold at $626. Another at $649 sold for $680. And over the holidays, we sold another Lennox at $805, top of market sale. And that list price was at $800. So the staging does in fact matter. And, we work with anybody. People freak out thinking that staging is a big hassle, and it's really not. So if that is a concern, just, let me know. We can talk about it. But a lot of times we use our clients' furniture and just kind of reappropriate things and change the look of the house. Okay. And then lastly, I want to show off this listing. This is a beautiful listing. We sold this one listed at $599 on Essex Square in Hampton Park. Got an offer at $650, so $51,000 over list price. Plus, the customer allowed the sellers to stay in the house for up to 3 months while their house was being built. And we sold this in one day. They were like, "Okay, we're putting this offer in, but you have to take it off the market and sell it to us," because they so wanted this home. And one of the things that we really pride ourselves in is the photography. We partner with the best of the best in the photography and videography of the home. We will do, night shots. We do, beautiful sunset shots so that it just sells the lifestyle. And a fun thing here is if you look at, let's see, where is it? Right here. This is the before and after of this home. So even though this was a really nice house, it just makes such a difference when we stage and the way that we do our marketing. So that's the office. So I think you get the idea. And then lastly, if you are in the market to sell your home and you want to take a look at like my resume, you can Google Zillow and my name, or any agent's name for that matter. You can get to know us a little bit through Zillow's profile. Here it shows that I've sold 55 homes in the last 12 months. It shows my designations, a little bit about me, tells you a little bit about my listings and what I've sold. And I did a nice little video about Gateway. And then here it tells you about, the transaction itself. So whether I represented the buyer or the seller. And then reviews. I have tons and tons of reviews from my happy customers, which I think speaks, volumes to the kind of work that we do. I have people, during COVID, they had their masks on and they ran up to me and gave me a big hug at Home Goods and said, "Oh my God, I can't believe you sold my house for that much money." And I said, "Who are you?" And they had to take their mask off. So we have a lot of happy customers. And obviously, the intention of doing this video so that I can showcase this for you so that you can get top dollar, because there's no reason why you should have anybody coming in, putting a sign in the yard and taking photos with their iPhone. It's just, when you can get all of these things for free. Lastly, I'm going to show you this. So if you go to yourstagingagent.com, that is my YouTube, it goes to my YouTube channel, and there's a video here of a home that I from start to finish. It's a home for a client of mine in Canada, and he couldn't come here because of COVID. Basically, he asked me to put a value on his house, which was at $450 at the time, as is. He gave me $60,000, so we kind of contracted a bunch of different things to be done to the house. But if you watch this video, you'll see the beginning and the end. And at the very end of the day, we sold his house for $680,000. So needless to say, he was really, really happy with that. So I'm going to leave you with all of that. I will be updating this URL once a month. So please let me know if there's anything that any questions that you have, or if you'd like to do a more in-depth evaluation of your own property. I'm happy to do that for you. And I think that's it for now. So have a great day, and thank you for stopping by. Talk to you soon.